Joy, anger, sadness, excitement. These feelings color our days, don't they?
Yeah.
But how often do you, really stop and explore what's actually going on behind them?
It's pretty fascinating when you think about it. Emotions are so fundamental, but yeah, we don't often pause to, really get them.
Well, that's exactly what we're doing today. We've been looking at this really interesting YouTube video transcript. It's called Seven Things You May Not Know About Your Emotions
Yeah.
from the EDP English Dialogue podcast channel.
Yeah, and some of the points are genuinely surprising, I think.
Definitely. So the mission for this deep dive is basically to unpack these 7 facts. We want to look at how they might, play out in your life, maybe
Yeah.
offer some different ways to think about your own emotions.
Exactly. Get ready for maybe a few aha moments along the way. Should be interesting.
Okay, let's jump right in. Fact number 1. This one might feel a bit different at first. It's the idea that emotions themselves, they aren't actually good or bad.
That's right. It cuts against how we usually talk about them, doesn't it? We tend to praise happiness, maybe, and shy away from anger or sadness.
Totally.
But the source material suggests looking at them more like signals. They're just giving you information, not judging you.
Right, take anger. We instinctively think negative, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as the transcript points out, it can actually be a really powerful motivator sometimes. Like if someone crosses a boundary, that anger can fuel you to, stand up for yourself.
Precisely. And sadness, too. It feels difficult, obviously, but it has a crucial job in helping us process loss, maybe grief.
Okay.
It lets us acknowledge what's happened so we can eventually, hopefully, move forward.
So the shift is, instead of that instant reaction, oh no, I feel angry, must stop, it's more about asking, what's this feeling trying to tell me? That really changes the game, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. When you let go of that need to label them good or bad, you can start using them as, tools.
Right.
Tools for self-awareness, for growth.
Right, figuring out the why.
Exactly. Deciphering the message behind the feeling, not just reacting to it. Instead of feeling bad about being angry, maybe ask why you're angry. What's the trigger? What need isn't being met? That info is gold.
Okay, this next one is really fascinating. Fact number 2. Our emotions are, get this, contagious.
Ah, yes. Emotional contagion. You know that feeling, right? You walk into a room.
Oh yeah, you can feel the vibe immediately. Tense, happy, whatever.
Exactly that. Or like someone's laughing really genuinely and you start to feel lighter.
Yeah. Or if someone's super stressed, you suddenly feel a bit edgy yourself.
Spot on. And the transcript says it's not just a feeling. It's like our brains are actually wired for this. We pick up on others' emotional states, sometimes totally unconsciously.
Wow. So their energy just sort of rubs off.
Pretty much. And the important thing is, it goes both ways. Your emotions, the ones you bring to a situation, they have ripples.
Huh. Makes you think, doesn't it? About the kind of emotional wake you're leaving behind.
It really does. And the transcript offers a practical tip here, which makes sense. Be mindful of who you spend your time with.
Okay.
Surrounding yourself with people who are generally uplifting or inspiring, that can actually boost your own emotional state.
Makes sense. Choose your company wisely, emotionally speaking.
You got it.
All right, so emotions aren't good, bad, they're contagious. Now, point 3 tackles something I think everyone feels sometimes. That feeling when a negative emotion hits, like sadness or frustration, and it feels like it's just going to last forever.
Oh, absolutely. That heaviness can feel so permanent when you're in it.
Yeah.
But the reality, according to the source, is that emotions are temporary. They actually compare them to waves.
Waves, I like that. They rise up, they peak, and then...
They fall back again. Exactly. Even the most intense feeling eventually loses that raw intensity.
And just knowing that, remembering that fact when you're feeling really low or anxious, that could be powerful in itself, right?
Hugely helpful. Instead of fighting it or feeling totally swamped by it, you can gently remind yourself, okay, this feels big right now, but yeah, it's temporary. It will pass.
That little bit of distance can make all the difference. It lets you sort of sit with the feeling, observe it maybe, without getting completely lost in it.
Precisely. Acknowledge it without assuming it's your new forever state. It'll run its course. Think about a time you felt really strongly about something. Did it stay at peak intensity forever? Probably not.
True. Okay, point 4 gets into something really tangible. The connection between emotions and our actual physical bodies. I definitely feel this one.
Oh, for sure. The mind-body link is undeniable, and the transcript really emphasizes this with emotions. Think about it. When you're stressed,
Shoulders tense up, Neck gets tight. Yep.
Exactly. Or when you're excited, maybe you feel that like buzz of energy, butterflies in your stomach when you're nervous.
Totally. Classic examples. And it goes deeper too, right? Like the whole fight or flight thing when we feel fear. That's pure physical response.
Purely physical, triggered by an emotion. And on the flip side, positive emotions like joy or happiness, they can trigger the release of things like dopamine, serotonin.
The feel-good chemicals.
Right. And those have real physical effects on us. Feeling good feels good physically too.
So the takeaway here for listeners, for you, is maybe to tune into your body more. Those physical sensations could be clues.
Definitely clues. They might be pointing to emotions you haven't even fully registered yet. Unprocessed feelings often show up physically.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, and the source suggests things like mindfulness or even yoga, practices that help you pay attention to those body signals and understand your feelings better. Your body's talking, basically.
Listen to your body. Got it. Okay, now for a bit of complexity. Point 5. You can actually feel multiple emotions at the exact same time. It's not always just one neat feeling.
No, definitely not. Life's messy. Emotions are messy. The transcript uses a great example. Feeling happy and sad when a good friend moves away.
Oh, that's such a perfect example. You're genuinely thrilled for their new adventure.
But also really sad you won't see them as often. That bittersweet feeling.
Exactly. Bittersweet.
Yeah.
Or just feeling conflicted about something.
And the point is, that's completely okay. It's normal. It's part of being human to hold these seemingly opposite feelings at once.
And accepting that, I think, actually makes you more empathetic, right? Towards others and yourself. You realize things aren't always black and white emotionally.
Spot on. Embracing that complexity that you can feel happy for someone while also feeling your own sense of loss, that leads to much richer self-awareness, a better understanding of your inner world.
Okay, fact number 6 takes us outside ourselves a bit. It looks at culture. And it turns out the way we show emotion, it's not the same everywhere.
No, it really varies. What feels like a totally normal, even expected way to express an emotion in one culture might be seen very differently somewhere else.
The transcript mentions some examples, like in some places, being really open with your feelings is seen as like authentic.
Right, genuine. But in other cultures, that same level of expression might seem inappropriate or maybe unprofessional in a work setting.
Yeah, and even how specific emotions are viewed.
Yeah.
Like, is sadness seen as weakness?
Exactly. Or is it just accepted as a normal part of life? These perceptions are shaped by culture.
So it's really important then, when we interact with people from different backgrounds, to approach how they express emotions with,
Yeah.
well, curiosity,
And
respect.
absolute critical, not judging based on our own cultural norms. Understanding these differences helps communication massively. It builds stronger connections, recognizing that the language of emotion isn't universal.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
All right, last one, fact number 7. And this one feels really empowering. You could actually train your emotional intelligence. It's not fixed.
No, not fixed at all. EQ, emotional intelligence. The transcript defines it as basically being good at understanding, managing, and expressing your own emotions.
Okay.
And being able to recognize and influence the emotions of others. And the great news is, it's a skill. Like any skill, you can practice and get better.
Like learning an instrument or a sport.
Kind of, yeah. It takes practice. For instance, someone with high EQ might notice a teammate seems really stressed that's recognizing the emotion.
Right.
Then, instead of piling on more work, they might understand that wouldn't help. That's managing their own response. And then maybe they approach with empathy, offer help that's influencing the other person's emotion positively.
Okay, so it's not just something you're born with. How can you, the listener, actually work on improving your EQ? What does the source suggest?
It mentioned a few key things. Mindfulness is big, just being more aware of what you're feeling moment to moment.
Okay.
Journaling can really help too, giving you space to unpack your feelings. And active listening, really hearing the emotions behind what people say.
And empathy must be huge here too, right? Putting yourself in their shoes.
Absolutely fundamental. Cultivating empathy is probably the cornerstone. It helps you respond with more understanding, more compassion to yourself and others.
So building your EQ isn't just like a personal self-help thing. It impacts your relationships, maybe even your work.
Definitely. Better relationships, better communication, even better decision-making. When you're more tuned in emotionally, you navigate life more effectively, basically.
Wow. Okay, this has been genuinely fascinating. It's a real deep dive into something we experience constantly, but maybe don't dissect enough.
It really is amazing stuff. And I think the main takeaway for everyone listening, for you, is just recognizing that emotions are complex, they're incredibly informative, and they're just part of us. Maybe take a moment to reflect on your own patterns, how these things show up for you.
Yeah, because understanding them better really does give you more, I don't know, agency, more power in how you navigate them. I like that line from the source.
Oh, the one about tools.
Yeah. Emotions are tools. They're there to guide us, not control us. That really stuck with me.
It's a great way to put it. So the encouragement is embrace them, learn from them, let them help you grow. Maybe think about which of these 7 facts, hit home the most for you. How might knowing that change how you approach things next time you feel a strong emotion?
Definitely something to chew on.